Today's live stream is brought to you by Cybrary.it. If you guys are looking for free IT training and you guys are looking for some free video content, I highly suggest that you guys use the link in the description below for Cybrary.it. And if you want access to their premium membership where you can access their premium labs and their practice exams, use the coupon code ITCQ50 and save 50% off of your premium membership. Yo, what's going on YouTube? Zach with IT Career Questions, coming at you live today, talking about Cisco. We talked about Cisco yesterday. We got some more news on Cisco and what's going on. We want to talk more specifically how this affects you. And it's big because Cisco, the title of the stream, Cisco disrupted the IT industry. So whether you are in the IT industry already or you're looking to get into the IT industry, Cisco, they definitely they disrupted some things here. So that's what I want to talk about today. And before I forget, I have to share this out. I have to share this link out on the social media. I always forget to do this. I'm very terrible at doing that. And my apologies for that. But today we're going to talk a little bit about the new CCNA because it's kind of a big deal. It's, they've changed it quite a bit. And at first, I think a lot of people were worried, is it going to be harder? Is it going to be easier? I've digested some of the information that I received, and there's still more to sift through, and I think there's still more coming out. And I think a lot of people have their opinions and thoughts. I'm going to share my opinions and thoughts. Live right now, I'm sharing this out on social media. Hold up. Live right now, talking about silly LinkedIn. The thumbnail always gets all jacked up. Let me fix that. So I don't know if any of you guys out there have even read the news yet, or heard about it, watched the video that I put out yesterday. Dwan Lightfoot has put out a video on this. Network Chuck has put out a video on this. David Bombal has put out a video. So there's lots of information out there. Lots of people sharing their opinions and their thoughts on this. So as you guys have heard or may have not heard, the CCENT is no longer with us, or will no longer be with us. You have until February 2020 to take that exam. So up until that point, if you go and take that, the CCENT in January of 2020, it'll still be good for 3 years. However, you won't be able to recertify for the CCENT. So, hang on. New CCNA from Cisco. I had to fix this link here. Cisco. It still didn't work. What the heck? What are you doing to me, LinkedIn? You're killing me. So yeah, you guys will have time to take the CCENT. So if you're studying for the CCENT now, please don't stop studying for it. You have time to go and take it. It's not that big of a deal. It is kind of crazy. I think the craziness. What's going on? What's going on, Dana? Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get my crap together. The crazy thing is that the CCNA. So currently the CCNA, there's different subsections, if you will, of the CCNA that you can go out and take. CCNA Security, CCNA Wireless, et cetera, list goes on. They're removing all of those. So there will only be one CCNA exam, which is the CCNA 200-301, and we'll show you that right here. That is this right here. So there's a link in the description below That's going to have links to all of this right here that we're going to talk about. It's the 200-301 Ccna exam. It's going to be out, like I said, February. Let's see. It said February 24th, 2020. It's a big deal. So here's all the information. Here's what I was talking about. The new CCNA certification replaces the current CCNA and CCDA certifications for CCNA cloud, collaboration, cyber ops, data center, industrial, routing and switching, security, service provider, and wireless. So you guys will no longer see those CCNA certifications. You will only see one. Now, here is, it says the newly retooled for this latest technology and job roles, blah, blah, blah. Here's a brief synopsis of what it'll include. Network fundamentals, network access, IP connectivity, IP services, security fundamentals, automation, and programmability. If we go to the exam topics, we can definitely, go into more detail here. Again, link is in the description, so you guys can go into more detail on this. But here is what you guys are going to find on the new exam. Here's everything that you're going to need to know. Now, is this going to be harder or easier than the current CCNAs? Well, I can't give you a 100% answer on that because I'm not CCNA certified. I can only tell you what I've heard from people, and many people are saying that this is going to be easier. That's kind of the gist that I've got from many people who are currently CCNA certified, CCNP certified, CCIE certified. They've gone over this information. They've really taken it in fully, right? A lot of people have said it's going to be easier. A few people have said it's going to be harder. So I think as you start looking into this further on your own time and you start comparing, you'll have a maybe better idea on, is it going to be harder or easier, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're obviously trying to combine a lot of what is currently there from all the different CCNAs and throw it into one, but they're also trying to generalize it somewhat. So they're not trying to throw a specific focus into all of these different areas, right? Let's go back to this here. Let's so we can see here. Here's with the exam objectives. We have network fundamentals, network access, IP connectivity, IP services, security fundamentals, automation, and programmability. And you can see here. Here's it's 20%, 20%, 25%, 10%, 15%, 10%. So with security, you need to know 15%. Network access, you need to know 20%. So obviously, with the CCNA security as it currently stands, obviously that's very heavily focused on networking security, right? Specifically related to Cisco networking. Now, they've only included 15% of that within this new exam. So they're not saying that you need to be an expert per se in Cisco networking, because what they've done now with the CCNPs, which I think is really cool, they've basically taken what the CCNAs were, and with the CCNPs, you will now have the CCNP security and CCNP. I think I had a whole entire list here somewhere. I don't know if it was on this page or not. I know it was in my video that I put out yesterday, but there's the CCNP data and CCNP infrastructure, or CCNP not infrastructure, CCNP enterprise and all that. So like the CCNP enterprise, like that's going to encompass like wireless. So they're completely removing like wireless from their exams per se, and they're putting the wireless into the CCNP enterprise. So that's just, there's just so much information, and I'm sorry if I'm a little bit all over the place, but I think there's a lot to consume here. There's a lot to just be aware of and just try to understand as all this information is coming out. But as you guys kind of know, this is IT career questions. And the whole purpose of this channel, right, is to help you guys who are looking to get into IT, maybe looking to advance your careers. So we don't go too far in depth into what what you're going to find within these exams, right? We're going to talk about how this affects you within your career, right? How is this going to affect you as you are looking to get into IT? Well, I think a majority of people have said the new CCNA is essentially going to be the new CCENT, and now the CCNP is going to be the new CCNA, because with the CCNP, and if you guys are familiar with the CCNP, I mean, the CCNP has always been more of the higher level Cisco certification. Before, you had to be CCNA certified to take the CCNP. So prerequisite for the CCNP, the Cisco Certified Network Professional, was you had to be CCNA certified. Prerequisite, had to do it. They removed the prerequisite for the CCNPs. So you no longer have to have a CCNA to do the CCNP. So, what does that mean? And this is something that I think I've seen, quite often, is with the CCNA, many people go right for that CCNA. They could have no experience in IT, no knowledge of anything. They hear somebody say, get the CCNA. It's the best certification to go for X, Y, and Z reasons, right? I think you're going to start seeing that again now with the CCNP. You're going to see many people bypassing, the Network Plus even. You're going to see people bypassing the CCT. You're going to see people bypassing the CCNA. And you're going to see people just directly studying for one of the CCNPs. What is that going to do? It's hard to say right now, but I would imagine it's not going to be too great. Now, I would hope and pray that people would understand that just because you have no experience in IT and no formal education or whatnot, that if you decide you want to be a network engineer or a network administrator, it is highly unlikely that you could start from absolute scratch, from nothing, go and get a CCNP and become a network administrator or a network engineer right off the bat. I don't think that'll ever happen. Anything is possible. I say that all the time. I'm sure there's like a 0.1% chance that it could happen to you. But please don't try to do that. Make sure that you guys try to get into entry-level roles before you try to make that big leap into some of these more popular or not popular, more advanced roles. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about a little bit today with all this. So I know that the chat's been going kind of crazy. Somebody talk about the CCNA Cyber Ops. There's nothing really to talk about with the CCNA Cyber Ops. You can still take that exam up until February something another of 2014 or 2020. Sorry, 2014. Man, I'm like going in the past now, like taking a trip down memory lane. You have until 2020, February of 2020, to take CCNA Cyber Ops. And then those exams will still be, those certifications will still be good for 3 years. So if you get certified right in January of 2020, certification is still good up until 2023. So you won't be able to renew that certification or recertify in that certification. You obviously have to go down a different route. But there's that. I think there's more information on that specifically. But there's another key thing to note about this live chat right now and what Cisco is doing and what just happened. And it's something just to pay attention to in general. It's something just to be aware of. And that's that IT changes constantly. It's evolving daily. And sometimes you don't know what's coming. Sometimes you don't know what to expect. Clearly. I think this news yesterday threw many people just in complete shock, and it might not be big news to you. It's pretty big news to me. It's pretty big news to a lot of people that I associate with. It's going to change things in the IT world a little bit as far as certifications go, as far as getting into the field, as far as advancing in the field a little bit. I'm not going to make drastic changes and things like that, but this is just, again, a testament that shows IT changes so very often, and you guys have to be ready to pivot. You have to be ready to make those changes and roll with the punches, and that's okay. It's all right to to be able to pivot and roll with these punches sometimes, and you shouldn't get discouraged by things and like this specifically being changed. So if you guys are currently, again, studying for your CCENT or any of the CCNAs, you have a few months. I mean, you guys have what, like 6 months to go and finish those. So go finish those. You'll be all right. I would imagine within the next couple of months, you're going to see some of the training providers, like Cybrary and such, coming out with training material for the new CCNA. I would imagine that some of these training providers had, the exam objectives and stuff released earlier to them so that they could start preparing for this. So you guys, I would really hope that you would start seeing some things, within the next month or so for the new CCNA, because I think it said, what was it? As of February, I have to look at one of these things here. Let me pull up this. I think it said you have until February 23rd to complete your current CCNA. So February 24th, as of February 24th, you will need to take the new exam. So February 24th, you'll be able to take the new exam. So yeah, again, I would hope that the training providers are getting geared up for this, to get you the new material if the new CCNA is what you want to be all about. So that's kind of what I wanted to briefly touch on today and talk about. Again, if you guys want to see more on the new CCNA, there's links in the description. You get everything that I'm showing here on the screen in one of the links. I think the first link will take you to this page here, and then you can click on exam topics, which will take you to this page here and get you more detail on what the new exam actually entails. So I hope that helps you guys. I hope that answers just a few questions maybe that you had about the new CCNA. If you guys have other questions, let's chat. Let's talk. Let's do AMA. If you have questions, now would be the time to re-ask them, because I'm not going to go back through the chat log, because that would take me way entirely too long, and it makes everything much longer. DMA or Microsoft or Cisco cert? Well, DMA, it depends on what route in the IT world that you're looking to go down. Those are two different areas within the IT world. So if you're looking to get into networking, then Cisco is obviously going to be a great choice for certifications. If you're looking to be in the other side of the infrastructure and systems administration, engineering, or the cloud, or Microsoft has a lot of certifications, so it depends on what area you want to go into. Mawad, you are certified both CCNA RS and security. Your question is, can you study CEH? Yeah, you can study CEH. I don't see why not. I think anybody can essentially study for the CEH. It's obviously good to have fundamental knowledge of computer systems as a whole. So just having that general kind of knowledge of A+ materials. You already have knowledge of security and networking, which is going to be a great help for you. But one of the things with the CEH is just understanding computer systems, right? So understanding Windows operating systems, Mac operating systems, Linux operating systems. That's one thing that the CCNA RS doesn't cover is operating systems, right? Security, I would assume you're saying the CCNA security. So yeah, that again doesn't necessarily cover the system side of things. So that's one area that I would make sure that you're very comfortable with. Excuse me. Chris, can I recommend an A+ study guide? A+ study guide, there's the Mike Myers study guide. There's, I think Professor Messner might have some type of study guide downloadable in a PDF that you can get. There's a link in the description that I have. I don't know if that it's updated, though. I need to update it for the new A+. But it'll take you over to Amazon, and I'm sure there's thousands of recommendations over there. Shamak, Javed. If I'm butchering your name, I apologize. What is the first thing you need to do to start internet security? Well, the first thing you need to do to start internet security is learn about, well, first of all, networking, and then security. And I know that's really like a real general kind of answer for you, but I mean, that's really, honestly, like, you need to really have a good fundamental knowledge of networking, and then security. So you like CCNA security, CCNA cyber ops. Those are great certifications right now that can help you with the security side of things with networking. So there's that. Trust the process. How are you doing? Let's see. It's how it is, but Cisco is controlling the world, so we have no options. I have to talk to your CCNA. You have to get your CCNP in 8 months, or you lose your job. Talk about the pressure now. Well, the CCNP isn't necessarily changing too drastically much. I wouldn't worry too much about the CCNP. Mohammed, do you think it's a good thing that Cisco combined all the CCNAs? Yeah, I think it's just crazy that Cisco combined all the CCNAs, personally. Mr. Demiurg, I'm sorry if I butchered that. If the new CCNA is easier than the old, should those of us who take the old one before February be afraid that the CCNA on a resume will accordingly lose value to employers? No. I would not worry about it at all. I would imagine that probably 90% of employers have no idea what happened with Cisco certifications right now. And I would probably guesstimate that even if they do know, they probably aren't going to care that much. So I wouldn't worry about it. Mr. Carter, you have your CCNA RS active. Do I auto get the new CCNA? I thought I saw something about this. I don't have that answer for you right this second. I know there was some talk about this. I don't know if you automatically would get the new one or not. I mean, I would assume that you don't, but there was some talk about something where something happens with this. I would have to get more information on that. I don't have all the answers right now, unfortunately. Let's see, Vanish X. You're upcoming senior in high school. You're looking to get an associate degree in computer, associate degree in a computer degree at your local college. You're looking forward to being a web developer and going higher. Is this a route I should choose, or should I get a cert in something first? I mean, if you're looking to be a web developer, there isn't necessarily a great certification that's going to high track your career necessarily. So just go down that route of school, and that would be fine. If you want to be more along the lines of a programmer, though, there are some certifications that could help. There's Microsoft certifications and like Puppet certs and a few different crazy things like that. But as far as like web development goes, you're best off just with that degree for right now. Do I see developer jobs increasing in the upcoming years? Absolutely. I mean, I think developer jobs are always going to be increasing, and there's good reason for that. I want to make sure I say hello to Mohammed over there on the Twitch chat that's coming through on the screen here, and answer his question real quick. I'll come back to you real quick. What is my opinion if you complete studying CCNA without passing, go directly study new CCNP to save some money? I kind of talked about that earlier in the stream as far as that goes. I would definitely just try to pass the CCNA currently. I would highly suggest avoiding going directly for the CCNP. It's not going to be a great help for you. It's not going to be like the new thing. It's not going to be like the new thing to do, to just go right for the CCNP. It's going to look great. I think, a lot of employers who are currently aware of what certifications look like, what they do, the value of them, right? But if this is your first certification, a CCNP without prior experience, honestly, it means absolutely nothing. Really, if you get a CCNP with no prior experience, you're still best suited off in an entry-level role, because without prior experience, your CCNP, honestly, it just means nothing. Without understanding how an enterprise network works, without being familiar and having experience in enterprise networking and working with this equipment, technologies on a day-to-day basis, your just getting CCNP certified is just a piece of paper. Honestly, it's just you studied for an exam and you got certified. Congratulations. Other than that, it just means nothing. It's not going to do anything for you necessarily. If anything, it will harm you, because what would happen is, without the experience, right? Now keep this in mind. Without having the prior experience and knowledge of enterprise networking, getting CCNP certified, and getting a job in networking, right? So let me just back this up again, just so I can clarify this as best as possible. No prior experience working in IT. No prior certifications at all. You go and get CCNP certified. And you go and get a networking job. You miraculously land a networking job with your CCNP. As soon as you step foot into that networking job, you are going to be absolutely clueless. Honestly. You would think that, you have the CCNP, you are knowledgeable in networking, that's what the certification says. Well, yeah, the certification definitely says that you are knowledgeable in a very specific area within networking, right? It does not say that you have the experience of how an enterprise network works, of how networking equipment operates on a day-to-day basis. There's a huge difference of theory and experience, if you will. So that's just something to keep in mind. I would always be aware of that. And that could be said for any of the certifications. That's like somebody who wants to be, a system administrator, right? And they have no prior experience working in IT, but they go through the process of getting like MCSE certified, right? Which is possible. You could do that. You can go and you can get an MCSA, and then go get an MCSE. And you could potentially land a system administrator job, because for whatever reason, the employer looks at your certification and says, oh, you're MCSE certified. You must be qualified for this position. Well, quite honestly, no, you're not. In theory, in theory, you've studied for this exam, you've studied for this CCNA, you understand in theory how this technology works, whatever this MCSE is in. You understand how it would work in a textbook, or how it would work going through like a simulated lab. But how that works in a textbook and how that works in a simulated lab is so completely different than how it works in the real world. It's just night and day. And that's why I always encourage people to, whether you have achieved this MCSE, if you don't have experience, you guys have to start out at a ground level, And the same can be said with networking. So if you go out and get a CCNP, you go out and get a CCNA, starting off at the ground level in the IT world is going to be very beneficial for you. And you guys don't have to stay at the ground level for long. You don't have to stay in an entry-level role for, more than a year or two. It's understanding how an enterprise works. That is extremely important. That is honestly one of the most important things about just stepping foot into the IT world. And that's why so many companies and businesses place so much value on experience. because what you learn in school, what you learn in your online training, and what you learn in a textbook is so different than when you actually step foot in the door and start working in an enterprise. Now that I've kind of went off on my tirade, I apologize. I probably missed a lot of questions, so. But that was my tirade. That was my, like, you guys have to know this. You guys have to hear this, because I feel like sometimes people want to get into IT. They think that they could just start at these high mid-level jobs with nothing. Mr. Demi, I can't pronounce your name, I'm sorry. My video yesterday, somebody suggested network is dying a slow death in favor of cloud technologies. Any thoughts on that idea? I think, just kind of like I mentioned earlier, you always have to be ready to pivot. Technology changes on a day-to-day basis, right? There's always something new happening, and changes are just imminent, right? There's always going to be something happening. Do I think networking is dying a slow death in favor of the cloud? No, because and somebody, I actually read this comment. I did see that comment. Somebody commented back to that person, which is exactly what I would have said, is that you still have to have somebody in networking to support the cloud, right? Because in your environment, right, your computers, your whatever technologies that are in your current environment. Oh, I was like, what the heck is that noise? Thank you, Larry. I appreciate that. I'll answer your question in a second. Sorry. Whatever your devices in your environment are connecting to the cloud, right? There's networking involved there. Now, at what level is this going to be supported? At what level is this going to be needed? That's hard to say at this point in time. The cloud has really taken shape and really evolved a lot in the last, 3-5 years or so. It's really blown up. Even in the last 2 years, it's probably doubled. I'm sure there's probably better statistics on that. But I would imagine that, in the next 2 to 5 years, we're really going to see how the field shifts, how things pivot. So I don't necessarily think it's going to die. It's just, how do we pivot from there? Dana, you are more than free to plug whatever you want, sir. All day, every day. That's all on you, bro. Security Plus live study anytime soon, Larry? Yeah, I hope so. Because that's coming up. It's coming up. I'm hoping here very soon. Maybe Thursday night. I don't know what I got going on Thursday night. But maybe Thursday night. I'll check with the wife. I'll check with the wife and see what she says. Mike James, is mathematics important in IT? No way, bro. You don't need to know math to work in IT. Sorry for coughing into the mic. Thank you, Vincent Jean. Keep studying your routing and switch, man. Definitely keep going for that. Should you still be considering networking after high school? That's all up to you. If you want to go into networking, definitely keep going that route. It's fine. Tech world is like the medical field, nonstop changes every year. That's for sure. That's like very, very true. Dana, the tech teacher, he's an instructor over at Test Out. Great resource to have. You guys should be like blowing him up right now. He's internet famous. You guys think I'm internet famous? Maybe I'm not really, but Dana, the tech teacher, he's internet famous. He's like I said, he's an instructor at Test Out. So go blow him up right now. Blow him up. Cisco DevNet is the future. Yeah, the Cisco DevNet cert, their associate cert, that is pretty crazy. I wasn't really going to talk about that one today. But yeah, that certification, that's some crazy news right there. Let me pull up, if I can. I should be able to pull up this info. Let's see. I don't know if I'll be able to pull it up on the screen over here. Yeah, the DevNet Associate. Let's see. Pull it up on this computer here. DevNet Associate. I think this is it. Yeah, here we go. Introducing the new Cisco Certified DevNet Associate certification. It's big news, actually. So yeah, this exam goes live on February 24th, 2020 as well. And I talked about this in my video yesterday. This is obviously more geared towards your programmers, developers, it's more down that route. And that's big. I mean, it's kind of big that Cisco is putting this out there. I, again, don't have a huge amount of information on this right now. The only information I have on this specifically is what I've read here, right? And that's it. As we get further into the year, this current year, as more information is being released, I'll put out more info on this because I think this is going to be pretty big. Cisco, as much as, people are probably upset with Cisco at this point, they know what they're doing. They're doing big things. Love them or hate them. A lot of people don't really like Cisco for whatever reason. I love Cisco. I think Cisco does a phenomenal job with, their equipment, their technologies. They know what they're doing. AI, is it gay friendly? Is what gay friendly? I don't know. Everything is gay friendly as far as I'm concerned. I would hope. Mr. Whatever, Dana, this person pretty much used test out to get CompTIA certs. Mr. Demiurger or whatever, I don't know who to tell you to email over there at Test Out, but I know that every so often they have a deal where it's maybe like $10 a month or something for Test Out. I would definitely I would check back like every week or two and see when they run those deals. Oh, AI, you were asking, is IT gay friendly? Excuse me again, sorry. I should probably mute my microphone. That's probably what you were asking, huh? I would assume so. I've never had a problem with it. I don't know anybody else who has. I'm trying to think. There's always going to be, people out there who are bigots in one way or another, which is unfortunate, and that's just the sad thing about life. But I'm friendly towards everybody. I don't discriminate. I don't think anybody that I've worked with has discriminated against anybody. I think I've had really positive working experience with everybody. Let's see. Larry, you've been job searching for 2 years while going to school full time, service military. Most employers want a combination of experience, certs, and education. For sure. AI, you are the man or female or whatever you identify as. Had to put that out there. Sorry. But I'm just trying to help. Let's see. Luis Perez, you don't have CCNA yet. Can you take the DevNet certification? The DevNet certification isn't out yet. DevNet certification won't be available until February 24th, 2020. So, Dwan Lightfoot, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man? Good to see you. I'm trying to drop whatever I can, man. I'm not the expert. You are the expert, sir. I'm sure you're on your lunch right now, so thank you for stopping by during your lunch. I think Dwan Lightfoot's doing a live stream tonight too. I don't know if you're still here, Dwan, or not, and you're listening to this, but I'm pretty sure Dwan Lightfoot's doing. Oh, you're. Oh yeah, that's right. You're off. I forgot. Bro. You're doing a live stream tonight, though, right? Talking about this, talking about the same thing, aren't you? If that's the case, if Dwan is doing a live stream, yeah. So if Dwan Lightfoot is doing a live stream tonight, I will be plugging that on social media like crazy for him. So when he goes live, make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Tune in because he'll go into better detail than I ever could on this information. And I think he was saying that he has a guest or something coming on. I think I read that right when I was reading his stuff on the social medias today or yesterday or whatever it was. So make sure you guys stay tuned to Dwan Lightfoot. I plugged his channel yesterday in the video that I did, but he's got solid info. I look up to Dwan, man. He's got it going on. He knows what's up. Larry Dwan Zach collab. Give the people what they want. Nah, bro, that's you. Larry, yeah, I keep telling Dwan that we got to do more live streams, and we will. They're coming. Maybe soon. I don't know how soon, but they're coming. What is the CCNA? The CCNA is the Cisco Certified Network Associate. Trying to pay attention to the chat here. You guys are going nuts. I'm trying to go back and read and see if I missed any questions, but yeah, I think I hit most of what I wanted to today on the new CCNA. Talking about Cisco being absolutely freaking crazy, but I love Cisco. I love what they're doing regardless. They know what they're doing. I mean, they're a multi-billion, trillion-dollar company, and they pretty much own the networking world. So they know what they're doing. CCNA is the Cisco entry-level cert for networking. That's not true. Maybe it will be now. Julius Castillo. There's a link in the description where I talk about, or there's a link in the description that has information on the new CCNA. We were just talking about what's changing with the CCNA. The new CCNA comes out February 24th of 2020. They've combined all of the CCNAs. So they removed all of the subcategories, if you will, of the CCNAs. So there's no, I think I can pull this up here actually. This one here. This one here. Let me see. Which one is it? The new CCNA certification replaces the most current CCNA. So they removed the CCNA Cloud, Collaboration, Cyber Ops, Data Center, Industrial, Routing and Switching, Security, Service Provider, and Wireless, and the CCDA. So those certifications will no longer be available as of February 23rd, 2020. You'll only be able to take the CCNA 200-301 certification come February 24th, 2020. That's this page right here. The link is in the description. There's exam topics that you guys can find within this page. It shows you just the objectives within this exam. So it's pretty crazy. It's nuts. Larry says that Professor Messer is live now on his YouTube channel with the A+ study for those looking to get help with the A+. So if you guys are looking to get A+ certified, Professor Messer on YouTube, he's doing the A+ study group right now. It would be for the new A+, the new A+ core series. So A+ 1000 series. Make sure you guys go check him out. I'm more than happy to send you guys over there if you're looking to get A+ certified. Megalodon Investments. Hey, bro. You decided that you want to get an IT, more specifically network and cloud tech. You're fairly new. So you're thinking going A+, CCENT, then hopefully the new CCNA. Any thoughts? I mean, that's fine if you think that you're going to get the CCENT done before February 23rd of 2020. What other certs am I looking at pursuing? The security role, Zach. So there's a couple things that have been happening behind the scenes in my life that obviously I don't talk about on the YouTube channel that you guys don't care about and that I also don't want to share. So Security Plus is still happening. Like that's I put out information about that the other day. I feel probably 100 times more confident in the Security Plus. So that's happening. What comes after that? That really depends on what kind of happens in my personal life with some changes that are happening. So I can't really go into much detail on that right now at this time. I would love to. If you hit me up on Larry, actually, if you send me a message on LinkedIn, I will talk with you directly. I will tell you what's going on, and I'll give you a brief synopsis, if you will. Thank you, Duan. You are the man. Make sure. Somebody just asked, can I recommend any other IT channels on YouTube? I can recommend Duan Lightfoot's channel, all day, every day. I will put a link to his channel right here. Duan Lightfoot's channel, right there. Go check out his channel because he's awesome. Oh, Larry, you're all good, man. I have a path kind of mapped out, but there's, like I said, there's a few different things happening right now. So there's actually like multiple paths mapped out. And depending on what happens in my personal life will dictate which way my path goes. But ultimately, I'll get to where I want to be. It's all good, bro. Sonny Davey, what do I think about combo of CCNP plus offensive security certification, maybe later CISP? Please give your thoughts. I mean, I think that sounds amazing. If you want to go and do that, I think that sounds amazing. There's literally nothing I could say to that because it sounds great. It sounds great when you write it out. It sounds great when you think about it, but you actually have to do it. So, do it. Israel, you are in 2 weeks away from taking your CCENT exam, but you don't think you'll have the time to take the ICND2 exam. Do you think it's still worth getting the CCENT only? Should you wait for the new CCNA instead? Israel, so if you go get the CCENT right now, so in 2 weeks if you go take the CCENT, it's still good for 3 years. So, I mean, it's still a certification to have. It still shows that you, have that knowledge that the CCENT provides, right? And it's good for 3 years. So it's not necessarily going to stop you from anything. It's not necessarily going to be harmful in any way. Just go do it. It's fine. Larry says, everyone needs to follow myself and Duan on LinkedIn. I mean, that's fine. If you guys want to connect with me on LinkedIn, you can. I don't know if you want to connect with Duan. You can though, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how Duan handles LinkedIn connections. Everybody's different on that. So, anyway, like I said, I think I covered everything that I really, really wanted to in this video today. I'll give you guys like 5 more minutes if you have a couple questions. Now is the time. Otherwise, I'm gonna peace out on y'all. And I have a video that I need to do for Cybrary about their cybersecurity track on getting into cybersecurity, which is actually going to be a really fun video. I'm really excited for that. I have to start working on that like as soon as I get off this live stream. So you guys got about 5 minutes to ask any questions you got. Talk to me, if you will. Otherwise, it's been real and it's been fun. And it actually has been real fun. I appreciate what you guys, I just appreciate you guys always coming here, chatting with me, being part of this community. If you guys haven't yet, I would strongly suggest you guys check out the Discord server. Pretty sure there is a link in the description. So if you guys want to join our Discord server, it's just a great community of people, of like-minded people just like you and I, who want to help each other, answer questions about getting into IT, just talk about getting into IT, talk about different technologies, maybe problems and issues that they're having within, certifications they're going for, everything, anything, man. So check out the Discord server. Please join. Thank you, Mr. Demi, I'm sorry, man. Thank you, Mr. That's what I'll say. In this world of numerous certifications and changes things, is it possible to do no cert, just invest in your knowledge, or a few top-tier certs are must? I mean, if you already have experience working in IT, you would probably be okay. But if you have no experience working in IT, at least getting an entry-level certification is going to be solid for you. The world is unfortunately moving pretty heavily towards certifications, in my opinion. The certifications are just there, I think they're there for many reasons. And I plan on doing a video on this where I get into more specifics on kind of why certifications are weighted so heavily. But there's a great purpose behind that. And a lot of the certifications let you kind of show that you are specialized in something specifically. So even though you might have experience, and you might have years of experience, getting certified in something just shows that you have that expertise. And it could help with getting a pay raise, right? Which is amazing. Getting pay raises is awesome. So getting a certification, even in something that you are already an expert in, just helps validate that you have those skills. It helps maybe with a pay raise. It can help you advance your career. Getting certified is just an investment. It's an investment for your future. That's what certifications will always do. Same with education. They're just investments. That's how you have to look at them. I don't think you should ever look at a certification necessarily as this is how your knowledge and expertise is weighted. But it's definitely an investment, and it does show that you have knowledge and expertise. But I don't know. I think there's many ways to look at it, and I'll have a video coming out at some point where I talk more in detail on that. Duan says, I did great, bro. Thanks, bro. I appreciate you, man. One thing to point out with all the changes in these certs, remember that the changes as part of IT. Don't be discouraged. We are here to help. Absolutely. Absolutely. Everything in IT changes on a day-to-day basis. Always and forever. And then Dana, the tech teacher, says, July 12th, the Cisco Networking Academy is going to be updated with new stuff. Hopefully that answers a lot of info, which I'm definitely hoping for as well. D. Mayer, have I heard any positive reviews with coding boot camps? I have. Some of the most popular ones, obviously. What is there, like Iron Hack, Code Academy? I mentioned these all in a video the other day. They all have pretty great reviews. I think coding boot camps have worked well for a lot of people. So, Lewis, do I talk about DevSecOps or DevOps? I haven't gotten too much detail about into either one of those. We're going to be doing some things on DevOps here in the future, though. But that's just not too much of a focus on what we're doing at this point. We kind of repurposed, or not repurposed. We found our vision on this channel again, and we'll get into DevOps here at some point. Opinion on the CISA Plus? Anybody? The CISA Plus? That's fine. That's a good one. Web development versus IT, which is less stressful? Well, that depends. I mean, that depends on you as the person. Everybody sees stress differently. Everybody handles stress differently. I can't answer that for you, because what I see as stressful, somebody else might not see it as a stressful environment or a stressful situation. So, I don't think IT is that stressful for me. There are times where it can be very, very stressful. Web development, it's not. That's how I started working in this field, was doing web development, and that stressed me out constantly. But that's not to say that what would stress you out or wouldn't stress you out. It's all on how you handle it. Sunny Day, you are very welcome. All right, IT becomes less stressful with experience. That's for sure. That's a great answer right there. IT does become less stressful with experience, especially when you get into an actual quote unquote stressful situation where servers are down or networking equipment is down. You have people hounding you because it's down. That, by all accounts, is a stressful situation, right? But with experience, being in the field for a long time, you understand how to deal with these situations. You've experienced these situations before, maybe. So it might not be as stressful for you. You know how to deal with it. So you just don't look at it the same. You say, all right, well, our network is down. Here's the steps that I need to do to overcome the situation. Here's the steps that I need to do to troubleshoot. Even though you have people screaming in your ear, you know what you need to do. So you don't get quite as stressed out about it. You don't really see it as that big of a deal, because you know what you need to do, and you've been through it before. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. So I hope this live stream has been very helpful for you guys, and I appreciate you guys. I really do. I honestly, truly appreciate each and every one of you taking the time out of your day, maybe out of your lunch hour at this point, to come and hang out with me and talk and just be a part of this community. Like I said, please join the Discord server. There's a link in the description. You guys can chat with people just like you and me. I'm in there occasionally, and you can ask all your questions that you might have. If I'm not there to answer them, we have plenty of other professionals there who can help answer the questions that you do have. The next live stream, I'm not sure, but the next live stream I'm going to do, it's probably going to be on Security Plus practice questions, which is it's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you guys for joining, and you all have a great day. Keep studying. As my good friend Dwan Lightfoot would say, lab every day. That's very, very important. Make sure you guys stay tuned for his live stream tonight. If you haven't subscribed to Dwan's channel, here's the link to his channel again. Please subscribe to Dwan's channel. He provides great information. Very knowledgeable guy. He's very heavily involved in networking. He has like 18,000 Cisco certifications. Not really. But he is a network engineer, and he's brilliant, and he's here to help just like I am. So make sure you guys check him out. Dana the tech teacher, thank you for joining as well. I appreciate you. Make sure you guys check out Test Out. And of course, make sure you guys check out cybrary.it. There's a link in the description below. They offer free video training. That's right. Seriously, it's free video training. You guys can sign up and get all of their training for free. So if you guys are looking to go for your CCENT right now, check out their CCENT material. If you guys are looking to get into cybersecurity, they have free video training for cybersecurity courses and things like that as well. So that's all I got for you guys. Have a great day. Take it easy.